Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something that, well, it can be a real headache for professionals.
Yeah.
Notary signings, especially complex ones, across different states.
Definitely a pain point. Logistics, quality control, security, it gets complicated fast.
Exactly. So we've been looking into a company called DMG Notaries.
Founded by Dan and Michelle Nat, right?
Yeah.
Dallas-Fort Worth area, backgrounds in IT and auditing.
Yeah, which is interesting. You'd expect maybe a very process-heavy, quality-focused approach because of that, especially for operating nationally.
And they're definitely not trying to be everything to everyone. It's strictly B2B, aiming for these strategic partnerships across the country. And our mission here is really to figure out what DMG Notaries is about. Are they genuinely simplifying things for businesses needing notary services nationwide?
Let's see. So basically, DMG Notaries presents itself as a nationwide service. They do mobile notary, in person, and also remote online notarization.
And crucially, they seem laser-focused on business clients. We're talking attorneys, title companies, real estate folks, estate planners.
Yeah, not just general public signings. They claim some key differentiators, too.
They do. They talk a lot about their signing agents being highly qualified, multi-certified even. And they mention strategic partnerships with those sectors we just listed.
Right, like they want to be more than just a one-off service provider.
Yeah.
They also push flexibility, mobile, and RON, plus professionalism, confidentiality.
And they use a specific platform, which seems pretty important to how they operate nationally. We saw positive client testimonials mentioned too.
So the overall pitch seems to be peace of mind for businesses, a smoother client experience for sensitive deals wherever they happen in the country.
Okay, so let's unpack that business focus a bit more. It's quite specific.
It really is. Targeting those four groups, attorneys, title, realtors, estate planners nationwide, it's not accidental.
No, and those dedicated website pages for each group, that suggests they're really trying to tailor their services and build ongoing relationships. They call it strategic partnerships.
Which makes sense, right? If you're an attorney, you don't just want any notary. You want someone reliable who maybe understands the context a bit.
Precisely. It addresses that inconsistency issue you often find. Which brings us to the signing agents themselves. What's the story there?
Well, they really emphasize the quality. The term hand-picked comes up. Experienced agents, multiple certifications.
Yeah, they seem to be saying these aren't just people who meet the bare minimum state requirements. They're positioning them as problem solvers.
Okay, so trained to handle complexities maybe. Aiming for fewer errors, fewer delays.
That seems to be the goal. Reducing errors and delays saves professionals time and, frankly, money. It tackles that competence lottery you sometimes play with notary services.
Right, and having both mobile and RON options gives flexibility.
Huge flexibility. In person when needed, remote for speed or distance. It covers more scenarios.
And they stress flexible scheduling and, of course, strict confidentiality. That's table stakes for this kind of client, I imagine.
Absolutely. Essential in dealing with legal, financial, real estate documents.
Okay, let's talk tech. How does that fit in? It sounds like the engine behind their national reach.
It really seems like it. Managing a nationwide network of vetted notaries, handling scheduling, streamlining the whole workflow, security, that platform appears central.
So it's not just a directory, it's like an operational system.
Seems that way.
Makes sense. So drilling down into those professional groups again, what's the specific benefit for, say, an attorney using DMG?
For attorneys, the main sell seems to be reduced errors, getting those critical legal documents right the first time because the agent is highly qualified.
Okay. And for title companies?
Reduced prep time, potentially. Experienced agents might need less hand-holding, understand the process better.
Realtors.
Enhancing the client experience. A smooth, professional closing reflects well on the realtor.
And estate planners.
Access to specialized expertise. They mention things like certified notary trust delivery agents, specific knowledge for those complex signings.
Got it. So tailored value props for each group. It reinforces that strategic partnership idea rather than just being a vendor.
Exactly. They're setting themselves apart from, the sometimes fragmented notary service landscape where quality can be, well, variable.
Right. Inconsistent quality and compliance headaches are common complaints in this industry.
Yeah.
DMG seems to be positioning themselves as the premium, reliable, nationwide fix for that.
It's a bet that professionals will value that consistency and expertise, especially for important client transactions across the country.
So here's something to think about for you listening. If you could rely on a consistently high-quality notary service available anywhere your clients are nationwide, how might that change things for your practice, your efficiency, your client satisfaction.
Yeah, could that consistency fundamentally improve how you operate regardless of geography? Definitely food for thought. Great deep dive today.
Good discussion.